Hey, sophomore, hurry up.
He's always pretty good. You see who it is got them.
Okay, it's 3:30, and someone's phone's ringing. Hello. But that's okay. I'm sorry. It went through the microphone, I believe. We're going to bring the state government meeting to order. Clerk, please call the roll.
Representative Sells.
Here.
Representative Bedsole. Here. Dr. Boyd. Representative Butler. Representative Chestnut.
Here.
Representative Keel. Representative Kirkland. Representative Lands. Representative Lawrence. Representative Paramore. Representative Shaw. Representative Stothagen. Representative Wood.
Here.
Representative Yarborough. We have quorum.
Okay, thank you for coming to state government today. You need to go first, sir? Let's let you go first because Kelvin's going to carry these other bills and he'll be here. So we're going to move out of order. Our first bill is going to be HB 442 by Pro Tem Pringle.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a very hard-hitting bill. It codifies everything we did last year. And as Pro Tem, I get to carry it every year. So this is Pro Tem's bill. Just codifies all the bills we did last year.
Okay, we have a motion. We have a second. Second made. All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Thank you, sir. Bill passes. Next bill's HB 459. Pro Tem Pringle.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. This changes the makeup of the board of trustees, the University of South Alabama. Their trustees are based on the 1963 state senate districts, which were actually put into the Constitution in 1901. And you might have heard we've gone through this thing called reapportionment a couple times since then. So this does away with that 1963, makes them at large, and it also brings them in line with all the other state open meetings. Instead of 10 days, they're 24.
All in favor say aye. Aye. Okay. Sorry, Bill. Any opposed? Bill passed. Thank you. Okay. Next up, we're going to go to HB 90. Representative Clarke had a medical problem with a family member or something like that. She's not here. So Representative Lawrence.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Committee members, I really like the energy that we are putting out today. Let's keep it up. I have two bills here, honestly, that I know nothing about in this HB 190, but I do know that it further provides powers for municipal housing authorities, and I do have some people here that would answer any question that you guys have.
Okay, let's recognize them. Would that be Mr. Sweet and Mr. Ringelstein?
Absolutely.
Okay. Yes, sir. If y'all come up, please.
I think it's Ringelstein.
Ringelstein. Okay.
Thank you so much for the opportunity to be before you. I'm David Ringelstein, a lawyer with Maynard Netson, and we helped draft some legislation which is really kind of cleaning up the housing authority statutes, both for municipalities and counties that largely came from 1930. They really haven't been updated since then. Long story short, this provides some clarification and cleanup to the housing authorities that are working with developers across the state, where the developers tend to apply for housing tax credits, build the facilities on land owned by the housing authority, and then these housing projects allow the local housing authorities serve as the manager for these facilities. Under the 1930s statutes, it's really not clear whether they have the authority to do any of that, even though it's been done and probably for the past 10 or 15 years. So the purpose of this statute really is just to clarify and to modernize the 1930s statutes to allow how business is done with municipal and county housing authorities. Our law firm was hired by the Alabama Association of Housing Authorities and Redevelopment, and that's Michael Sweet is on that board to bring kind of the legislation forward so that they have clear direction and guidance on what they can do and what they can't do. So that's the purpose of both House Bill 90 and 91. One is for municipal housing authorities, one is for county housing authorities, and they're pretty much mirror images of each other.
Okay. So what we're going to do now is move the sub for HB.
What he described, is that the sub?
That's the sub.
Yeah.
I make a motion to approve the sub.
Okay,
on
have a
SB
motion
90.
to approve the sub for HB 90. Second, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay, we're on the sub now, and that's what we're talking about. Do we have any questions? Okay, I have a few.
Yes, sir.
It gives the authority to arrange for loans. Can any housing authority on their own go out and make the loan on their own, just the
Yes.
board?
Yes, they can. Yes, sir, they
Is there
can.
any limitations to that?
No, sir, just whatever a lender will loan them on the collateral. So that aspect of it really isn't changing. Housing authorities now have the ability to go out and borrow money. The question is finding a lender or a bond issue that would finance whatever the project would, allow for the repayment of that.
Yeah. This is interesting. Looks like it gives them almost the power to do a lot of things, but it's got to be related to the authority.
It does. And yes,
Okay. Okay, Miss Boyd. Yes, ma'am.
It's quick. It talks about that it would exempt them from all taxes. And I was wondering a little clarity. And it would decrease receipt to various entities and funds by an undetermined amount, including the state general fund, education trust fund, county and municipal.
Okay,
That's
and
my-
I'll let him answer that, Ms. Boyd, but I called my revenue commissioner, and my revenue commissioner told me it was already exempt, so.
Right.
I didn't know that.
Yes, ma'am. So that's what I found out. Can you talk to that?
that is
Correct.
correct.
That's correct.
They're already exempt because they're a governmental entity.
All right, thank you.
Right.
One thing that the Alabama Association of Counties did request that we add in the statute, which we did add, was that with respect to when they go to record a deed or pay mortgage tax on any of the recordings, that before the county taxes get abated or not having to be paid, that you must obtain the consent of that county commission. They requested that, and so we added that into the bills.
Yeah, I will say that this sub has amended most of the problems. There's nobody here in opposition. Like I said, I probably have more opposition than anybody here, but I'm gonna let it go. Okay, do we have any more questions? Okay, any comments? Any motions?
Motion to approve as substituted.
Second.
Okay, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Thank
Okay,
you.
thank you, sir.
Ms. Seth.
Okay, now we're gonna move on to, that bill passes as substituted, HB 90. Okay.
Yeah.
No,
HB
so now
91
we've got
next.
HB 91.
One in there.
Is this the same thing, but just dealing with county authorities?
Yes, sir.
Right. It's the same thing. Yeah.
Make a motion to approve the sub.
Okay, okay, all in favor of approving the sub, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, the sub's approved.
Motion to approve as substituted.
Y'all will not let me make this meeting last very long, will you?
I'm sorry, Mr. Chairman.
that's
I'll let you
okay,
talk.
that's okay.
No, my bad.
This is a good meeting. We moved some bills, okay. All in favor as substituted, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, sir, thank you. Both bills passed.
Sorry, Mr. Chair. I've been in this room since 10 o'clock this
Yes,
morning,
sir, I
so I'm
understand.
kind of a little antsy in here.
Yeah, that's fine, that's fine. Okay. Okay, next we're gonna go up, we're gonna go to HB 461, Representative Almond.
He did.
Yes.
I'm going to talk slowly.
Yeah.
Mr. Chairman, committee, I'm here to talk about HB 461, which is a bill that's on behalf of Alabama Public Television. The governor and leadership and legislature have encouraged Alabama Public Television, which is a nonprofit, to explore other ways of getting revenue and not just rely on the state coffers for their continuation. And so this bill is an attempt to do that. Currently, under existing law, they cannot basically lobby and for themselves, and so there is a way that they can do that, but we have to change the law, and so that's what this bill does. If enacted, it would allow them to basically go after federal dollars for their funding in a way that they cannot currently do.
Right. And now when we say they can lobby, we don't mean they can get involved in political races, right? So this means they can actually go out and seek donations.
That's correct.
That's
They're
right.
going to be able to access their foundation money to also be able to use as matching funds for grant money.
Okay, we have a question. Representative Chestnut?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I saw the word propaganda, but I didn't see a definition for the word propaganda.
Well, you're asking me why isn't there a definition? I don't know that we normally would define that word. I think it may already be defined other places in our code, but so I guess it's supposed to be whatever we normally would interpret it to be, and not specially interpreted.
Right. And if I'm not mistaken, that's previous legislation. What we're talking about. You bring a good point, but they did not change that in this bringing this part forward. But that's a good point. If you want to check on that before we get to the floor, we might need to put an amendment on it on the floor. I think everybody be open to that. Any other questions? Okay, we open for motions. Okay, we have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Okay. Any opposed? Thank you, ma'am. Your bill passes.
Thank you very much.
Okay, next up, HB 481, Representative Shaw.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Last year, we passed a very, very similar bill. This is a little bit different, but if you've been in any kind of local office or any local government, you're familiar with these cooperative purchasing agreements. It's basically where the state kind of pre-negotiates with different entities, almost pre-approved pricing, pre-approved products, and it allows you to bypass a big cumbersome bid process when you're just trying to make a small purchase. This would allow the installation of those products to be included in that purchase. It's not having that in there means you can buy the stuff, but then you have to go through the big long process to bid on the installation as well, which kind of defeats the purpose. This bill is a little better this year, I think. It has there was some concern last year that it could be used to skirt some design requirements and things like that, and that's not the purpose of the bill at all. It's just on the purchasing of it. So this adds some provisions in there to protect for that. Also includes not just school systems, but also municipalities and local governments as well. So that's it in a nutshell.
Okay, thank you. We had questions to why we moved the bill up here so fast. It's because I like it.
Okay.
Second.
Okay, we have motion. All in favor, say aye.
I had some comments.
Okay. Yes, sir, Representative Lawrence.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I really like this bill.
Yes, sir.
That's it.
Double move.
Okay, we have motion and second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you, sir. Thank you. Bill passes.
Mr. Chairman, I might have a motion to reconsider the bill on the Board of Trustees for South Alabama. I'm just kidding.
You gonna get in trouble.
You could bring the motion, but it wouldn't do you any good. Okay, we are adjourned. Thank you, members.